I'm here.
Hello, Devin. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm glad you are able to come on this live with me.
Oh,
I do
definitely.
appreciate it because I know you're such a busy man, especially now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm busy as much as my normal routine, but I'm busy because if I sit around, I'll go crazy. And I just sit in the house and I just eat. So I got to stay active. So it's been a lot of yard work and basketball training in the driveway and things of that nature for me right now. So, and then as far as my career as a financial coach and an insurance agent, I've just been trying to be as supportive of my clients and my friends and provide any information and knowledge that I can to help. It's a lot of people being affected in the world by COVID-19, and I think that if it hasn't directly hit you, it's indirectly hit you either with extended family member or close friend or maybe someone you worked with. So I think this is something for the first time in all of our lives that we all are in the same boat on. So
Absolutely.
so that's it. Just trying to, I think, more importantly than anything else. And I think this, you know, also equates to being a business owner is you have to be adaptable
Yes,
in life.
absolutely.
So, it's like you could be 100% correct about something and there's still something you could do differently.
Oh,
So
yes.
it's, being accountable is another part of it. So that's it. So just, being as supportive as I possibly can be.
So, I am going to introduce you to the follow the people that love you and the people that's going to watch this one after. This is Divine Smith. I met Divine Smith through Jared. That is actually one of Jared's best friends. Divine was actually in our wedding. So we are very close, and that's one of Jared's dear friends. So Divine, I'm just asking you a couple of questions, and then I'll let you go on your way and finish enjoying the rest of your day. So, what is your latest project right now?
So my latest project right now, I have a couple projects that I'm working on. The first one is I started a gentleman's happy hour virtually, where I have it's almost like a networking Zoom event virtually that we're having, and I have a couple of my former players. One of the guys is a physical therapist and fitness coach. He's got a very successful business with a couple of offices in Manhattan and Brooklyn. Friend of mine is a athletic director at a school. Then of course my two best friends, um, Dwayne and Kareem are on there. Friend of mine, Will. Just some professional men who are positive thinkers. And we had one happy hour event about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We're having our second one this Friday. So we're going to try to continue to have that. And it's really there for us to just try to be a blessing to each other by, taking our different skill sets and talking about those in that on that virtual Zoom. So so it's good. So our next one we named Rocky Your Kicks. So everybody got to wear a fly pair of kicks, and you gotta show your kicks on the Zoom. We'll vote and see who's got the best pair of kicks, and we'll also talk about our topics and kind of go from there. The other thing that I'm doing is um, I believe in education, and so I'm a financial coach. So obviously my profession is finance and insurance, and but I also have an attorney, a real estate agent, and then a couple of medical professionals who are going to be a part of a Zoom event where I moderate and they're my panel, and we'll do question and answer with the participants, just to give people some information that they may not already have, so that they can make conscious decisions when these different things come up in their lives. I think a lot of times you become a salesman as a business professional, and I think sometimes it's really providing a service to the community more than the money that you're going to make from it. So I'm just trying to still do the same type of events that I was doing prior to the pandemic. I'm just making the adjustment and doing it on the platform that's provided to me.
Good.
So obviously I'm not doing, one of my biggest passions, obviously, how Jared and I met, right, was through basketball. And so, I've been a basketball coach for years and years and years. If you let my sister Tasha tell the story, I was established in 2002. So it's diverse skill training established 2002, because she said every time I get on the phone with her, I tell her how I started coaching college basketball in 2002. So I haven't been able to really get in the gym with my fifth grade girls team or with my junior varsity boys team over at St. John's the Baptist because of the pandemic and the social distancing. So I'll be happy when I do get the opportunity to get back in the gym with my girls and with my other team, with the guys. So I mean, that's it. I'm constantly pushing the envelope, trying to find my niche. So
That's I mean, in this time, that's how it's supposed to be. So, so how do you promote yourself?
um yeah, I think because I've been coaching basketball for such a long time, I think I have this natural network of people,
Okay.
former players, coaches, and then I have, my regular network of friends who have been a part of my life for many, many years, or even some new friends that I may have recently met. Um, Obviously, my wife is very instrumental in my progression as a man, as a father, as a business professional, and her network is pretty substantial as well. So really, I just be myself, Nikki. I get around people and I try to be myself. I want anything that I do to be genuine. Like I don't want to be reading from a piece of paper. I want to be talking from my heart when I speak to people. So.
Right. And so, if you had top like three top companies that you would promote, who would it be?
Um, that's a good question. If I had three top companies, who would it be? First of all, it'd be something. The first and foremost would be a nonprofit organization in the community, because I think that we're stronger together. So if we have strong leadership in the community, then we have stronger behavior from young people. So
Absolutely.
the more we build the community, the better off for the future of our young people and going forward. And I think that's a way of building generational wealth. So generational wealth is not money, it's a mindset.
Right.
So I think everything else falls in place when you have the right mindset. So that would be first and foremost. Um, wow, this is a really good question. I would say youth sports would be another one for me, just
Okay.
because I know the impact that can have in a young person when they're trying to find some direction in life. So that would be the second business that I would support. You see the theme here, right? I'm sorry, I can't help myself. So um and third, I guess I would have to say my own financial coaching business, because I like to have a bigger impact in my community, and I can't do it all myself. So I'm out
Right.
here and I'm recruiting other, you know, candidates who I think could do well in this industry, to go out and have a bigger reach in the community with my message. So I'm gonna have to support myself after I support those other two businesses.
I hear you. And one last question, and then I'll let you go on your way. Who do you look up to?
So I have, there's so many that I look up to. So I'm going to make a general statement about why I look up to the people that I do, and then I am going to mention a few people. So,
Okay.
um, I grew up, and my dad was a very loving man, but a little immature, and so he was kind of in and out of my life. But like when he was there, he was there. You can see that he cared a great deal about me when he was there, and so because my mom had to be a mother full time and then a father part time.
Mm,
That's not the
mm,
easiest thing for a woman, because a woman doesn't know how to be a man, right? Because she's not a man, so she doesn't know how to be a man. So when I transitioned from living in New York City to moving out to Long Island when I was 13, and I got involved in sports, I appreciated my friends' parents probably more than they did, because I knew the true value of having mom and dad at home, because of my personal experience. So, and a lot of my friends' parents had great behavior. Uh, First and foremost, Pastor Lewis is one of the big cogs in my development. As a man, just his leadership and me being able to follow his example. And then there was Mr. and Mrs. Brown. There was Mr. and Mrs. McClure, Mr. and Mrs. Allen. There was just so many parents who, made sacrifices with their own lives because of their children, and made a path that would be productive for their kids. I just was always appreciative of that. So I've always looked at those people, those individuals as mentors and role models. And obviously my grandfather, who owned his own home and took care of his family, is my role model. Like, that is the guy for me, because it's my grandfather. Like, that's
right.
my blood, that's my direct bloodline. So like what he did for me from a standpoint of you can have what you want, was vital in my development and my growth. So I just think that the community itself, the people who are positive, the people who are speaking and being an example, are the real.
Okay.
It is my daughter. I'll say
Now,
one
how
thing.
can anyone get connected with you?
So
Like,
you
you have
can.
any, you can put the information in the comments as well, but just let the people know how they can get connected with you and your business.
So I'm an agent for New York Life. So you can reach me via email. I can provide that email so that you can get it out. I'll put it in the comments, because this
Okay.
is something that they can go back and review. So I'll just put my email here in the comments.
Okay.
Also, I have my Instagram, and I'm on LinkedIn. So if you just pull up Devin Smith on LinkedIn, you'll find me on LinkedIn. And then I have social media. My Instagram handle is diverse_skill_training. And I also have a website. My website is Diverse Skill Training, New York. So I'm accessible. Or you can find me. You can find me in church on Sunday morning.
Yes, yes, we can. And yes, you are accessible. Divine, I thank you and appreciate you for this time. Like I said in the beginning, you are a busy guy. Um, if I knew you would have talked this much, I would have been live just with you. But
Yeah,
this is
I'm a good
awesome. That's
talker.
I'm going to do this again with just you, because it's a lot that you can cover because you are accessible. So don't forget to leave your information in the comment part, and I definitely appreciate
I did. I
you.
put my
And
email in.
enjoy the
I
rest
put
of
my
your
email in
day.
there.